and it's one of the greatest things that we run on the Rumpus, you know, the Coke machine, the Blockbuster. I mean, just everything, things that you would never imagine, things we don't normally review. This guy is doing it for us. So please welcome to the stage. Where is he? Please welcome Ted Wilson.
So Ted just got a word from a friend, and Ted's not gonna make it tonight.
What?
Ted gave me a letter to read in his stead.
This is crazy.
I'm sorry, Ted canceled on the Rumpus. I'm sure he has a good reason. I'm sure it's in the letter. I'm sorry. Can I read Ted's letter? No. I'm sorry. Please, guys, this is about Ted. Okay, here we go. This is his letter. To everyone who turned out to see me. I'm deeply sorry for having to cancel at such short notice. Unfortunately, I was so excited to hear that Bret Michaels was out of the hospital, I celebrated by doing donuts in a JCPenney's parking lot, where I managed to fall out of my car and drive over myself. I broke only some of my back, that's good. And the doctors say I'll be able to see colors again very soon. It's possible this accident was the result of my having eaten a Sharpie marker only hours before. Someone I trusted told me it was licorice. In a related bit of information, if anyone is interested in a 96 Mercury Sable, I have one for sale. It runs fine, but now I sort of hate it. If I were able to be there in person, I would entertain you with several chapters from my novel in progress, Dynasty Island. It's an erotic tale of an 18th century explorer who discovers an island of half dragon, half dinosaurs, and has to fight and maybe fall in love with the villain, Dragonsaur. The only copy remains here by my bedside. If you would like to hear an excerpt, please come visit me. I could really use a visitor. In my absence, the best I can offer are a few brief reviews. To create the illusion that I'm standing before you, Isaac will now put on his homemade mask of me. Okay, so this is weird. I too love Ted Wilson like Stephen Elliott, but I also kind of want to be him because he writes so often and he's so talented. So I actually do have a homemade mask that I made based off of a photo that Ted sent me. I wear it around my house to feel good about myself. Alright guys, let's see. I begin my review with the guy who came here hoping to meet a girl. You really should have come here for all the fine performances, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you've realized your mistake. If you haven't met a girl yet, it may be because none of them have noticed the awesome clothes you're wearing. If you make eye contact with a girl, walk up to her and point to your clothes. She'll notice them. You can say something like, "These are my clothes I'm wearing. What do you think of them?" That would be a good icebreaker, and someone as awesomely dressed as you should have no problem pulling it off. If you do meet someone and the two of you should later find yourselves ready to have intercourse, I recommend spilling soup all over yourself just before removing your clothes. The transition from soup-covered slob to naked man is much more visually appealing than going from awesome outfit to naked man. That's the problem with wearing such an amazing outfit. You're bound to be compared to it unless you feel your body can easily compete with your outfit. That's a judgment call you'll have to make. But keep some soup nearby just in case. It's cheap, and if you're hungry, there it is. Next up is the woman who's had too much to drink today because she's sad. I'm so sorry you're sad today. And even sorrier that you can barely understand a word I'm saying. If you weren't too drunk to make sense of this, I would tell you that even though you're sad, you won't be sad forever. Maybe for a really long time, but definitely not forever. Because forever means infinity, and that's impossible. Eventually, you'll be happy. And if not happy, then at least not sad. If I was there, I would hug you. And if you asked me to do more than that, I would tell you okay. But let's wait until you're sober, because I need to know you like the real me. It would be unfair of me not to review Isaac Fitzgerald. Thank you for reading this to the crowd. You're the best. You agreed to this despite your ongoing struggle with illiteracy. You've always been one of the bravest and most giving people I know. Like how you refuse to wear underwear until everyone in the world has a pair. Or how you don't mind making out with the victims of foreclosure. They're just like anybody else, you say. If I don't kiss them, who will? I said they could kiss each other, but you didn't listen and started a non-profit offering kisses to people who had lost their homes. I thought that was a poor use of your time, but you didn't give up even when you couldn't find any volunteers. You never give up, no matter how wrong or ill-advised the situation. Sooner or later, a judge will realize this counts for something. And lastly, I must review Lucy Belmont. You're my biggest fan, and I appreciate your enthusiasm. However, you're terrible with baked goods. The first box of cookies you left in my car was thoughtful, but the 10th box with the live scorpion in it was just unnecessary. It's possible that the recipe called for a live scorpion, but if that's true, it had to have been a typo. I've never heard of such a cookie recipe. Even the most inexperienced baker would have been able to figure that one out. You're definitely a lot faster than you look. When I turned on my bathroom light at 3 a.m., you were out that window with that lock of my hair before I could get back on my feet. You should consider joining a club or sporting activity for fast people. It may be all the running that wears you out because I think you sleep too much. I found you napping in so many places. In my attic, my basement, and more than once on my wife's grave. Or maybe it's your job, not all that running. You must be working too hard. I'm not sure what your job is because you scream when I ask you questions, but whatever it is, I think you should consider a vacation. You're one of the most consistent people I know. Even from my hospital bed, I can confidently guess that you're standing in the audience with a spider-infested bouquet for me. But Lucy, I can't accept it, partly because I'm not there, but also because I worry you spend too much time focusing on me. As much as I enjoy finding portraits of me painted on my lawn, I think it's time you moved on. I'm an old man with only a few years left unless I start eating better. Please find a new role model, perhaps someone more exciting.
What do you mean you want me to move on?
Are you Lucy? No, this...
You are just like how I imagined my dad would have been, always telling me to. Go bother somebody else and go away.
I'm not Ted.
Maybe these flowers aren't for you. Maybe they're for that chair. Or maybe I just like to carry flowers around. You ever think of that?
Ted typed this up and said, I'm a 27-year-old dude.
Yeah, sure. Ted, sure, whatever.
No, not Ted. Not.
What kind of game is this? I hate it when you take your face off.
Oh my God. That was a little slice of the world of Ted Wilson, and I'm pretty sure there are fucking spiders on the stage.